Japan's TC King Athletics Complex in Honolulu. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7. It's the UTEP Miners and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. The Miners ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Hawaii's offense will go on the attack first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurt.
Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Stanley. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Here's the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii. They strike first.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Miners offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take it.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Miners are facing 3rd and inches. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Miners want to pick up the tempo.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like, the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big 3rd down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Fakes to grab. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Miners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Might be calling a hot route. In the red area, it's Ellison. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ellison. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Miners headed quickly to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Stanley. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Simmons. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go right back downfield. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Caught. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
To the air on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Well, that changed things a bit after the penalty. It's 3rd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Stanley. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Miners moving quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Miners, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive.
There he goes! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Dropping back, it's Stanley. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on second and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
It's raining here in this game, and ball slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. To the air, it's Stanley. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum
He uncorks one deep. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there.
He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw it again. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, catching up with the UTEP head coach, they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said,
looking deep down the right side. Goes high to pull it in. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Miners come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. keep it on the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back on this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miners. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Dropping back, it's Stanley. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Unloads quickly. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the Miners want to crank the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Handoff from the gun. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. From the red zone, it's Alexander. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UTEP!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The run inside. It's Moore. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Ready, go! Ready, go! Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Wants to throw. It's Stanley. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. He sacked this defense all over it.
Well, after having to punt on their last drive in the opponent's territory, it looked like things were finally going positively offensively this drive, and then it stalls out at the very end because they give up a sack. I think in critical down and distances, they just have got to be better with execution, making sure they have the right play call on.
He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Bohannon. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The screen, he can go. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running inside, it's Ellison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Miners are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Ellison. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
And the Miners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Back to pass. It's Stanley. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Upstairs, he's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th-quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Touchdown, Hawaii! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Bohannon. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. And now this offense needs a late 4th-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When offenses get first downs like this, and they move the sticks, and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. find their space. Touchdown, UTEP! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you. In position to win.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
I love that last play, and I love that they're still under control here. I know it's a 2-minute situation. Everybody's trying to go fast, but they can't get out of control. Right now, they're playing within themselves. They're understanding what's on the clock, and they're just running their offense.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
It's complete to the right.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. The Miners line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moore. Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Got enough space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense has taken some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. They take the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. Help our kicker out here to kick a field goal, but instead they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Great awareness by that defender that time, seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Great job being physical in the middle of the defense. Goal line situation, third down, nowhere for the runner to go in the middle of the field, so he tries to use his speed to bounce it, but this ain't high school. This defense has the ability to pursue and chase and get him down.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
We play on. First down here in the second overtime period. To throw, it's Stanley. Pucks it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
And the Rainbow Warriors look to do some damage in the red zone. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. They take the lead here in the second overtime period. Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Can't do it better than that. The two-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Finds his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this...
There's a crease. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, UTEP! With that, now a two-point conversion away from triple overtime. They need this two-point conversion to send us to triple overtime. He'll set up to throw. They couldn't get it in, and what a heartbreaking way for this one to end in double overtime. This is one of the best games we've called this season, a thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this